Everyone, and welcome back to another explainer. Look, if you play GTA Online, you already know the deal. Upgrading high-end cars, yeah, that's pretty much one of the absolute quickest ways to just completely drain your bank account. I mean, you grind for hours, you finally buy that base car, and then bam, you realize the top-tier upgrades cost almost as much as the vehicle itself. But listen, this week there is a massive, and I mean massive, temporary shift in the game's economy. So today, we're breaking down the latest weekly update to build you the ultimate vehicle discount strategy. We're going to look really closely at exactly where you should be dropping your GTA dollars right now to get the absolute maximum return on your investment.
Want to save millions of GTA dollars? Well, of course you do. Now, if you've been, holding off on buying new vehicles or upgrading your current fleet, let me tell you, waiting any longer would be a huge mistake. Normally, patience in Los Santos absolutely pays off, right? But the current state of the game is practically begging you to spend. And I'm not talking about your standard weekly refresh here, a 30% discount on some basic t-shirt or a rusty old sedan. No way. We're looking at a fundamental, albeit totally temporary, change to the cost of top-tier performance modifications. So this explainer is going to give you the exact step-by-step strategy to capitalize on these specific in-game events and keep those hard-earned millions right where they belong, safe and sound in your Maze Bank account.
Okay, let's jump straight into Section 1, the weekly update window and the ticking clock. So, the absolute critical deadline we are working against here is July 29th. Rockstar just refreshed the weekly event, dropping new vehicles, some sweet new bonuses, and most importantly, limited-time discounts that are just incredibly rare to see bundled together like this. But here's the catch. The window of opportunity is super tight, and that clock, it is actively ticking down. Action is absolutely required right now. If you've been meticulously planning to upgrade your garage, well, the time for planning is officially over. The time for execution is here. Seriously, do not wait until the last minute. Because the very second those servers tick over to July 30th, all of these prices are going to instantly double right back to their exorbitant baseline. You really don't want to be that player logging in on Tuesday morning only to realize you've got to grind for another 10 hours just to afford a single engine block.
Moving right along to Section 2, Half-Price Custom Conversions, the 50% Advantage.
50%, half off. Look, in the grand scheme of the GTA Online economy, a 50% discount on top-tier vehicle modifications isn't just a sale, it is literally the ultimate economic cheat code. Like we talked about, upgrading high-end vehicles is notoriously one of the biggest cash sinks in the entire game. Slashing that cost entirely in half, it changes everything. Let's actually put some real math behind this, right? To put it into perspective, a typical House Special Works conversion usually runs you somewhere around $1.2 to maybe $1.4 million, just for the privilege of accessing the advanced upgrade menu. With this week's 50% advantage, that entry price drops down to roughly $600,000. Think about that for a second. Think about how long it takes to legitimately earn $600,000 in a public lobby. You're instantly saving yourself hours upon hours of repetitive grinding just by pulling the trigger before this deadline.
Okay, so you might be wondering, where exactly do we actually apply this incredible discount? Well, you've got two main destinations to focus your attention on this week: Benny's Original Motorworks and Howe's Special Works, which you probably know as HSW. Now, just to be clear, these aren't your standard Los Santos Customs locations where you just roll in to fix a dent and grab a quick respray. Nope, these are the specialized high-end shops where the real magic happens. Benny's, that's your go-to destination for custom lowriders, outrageous hydraulics, and just meticulously detailed interior customization. Meanwhile, HSW is all about pure, unadulterated track speed, literally pushing the game's physics engine to its absolute limits. Both of these premium conversion services are entirely half price right now, and let me tell you, seeing both of these on sale simultaneously, that's incredibly rare.
Just to make sure we're all on exactly the same page here, we really need to clarify what these specific custom conversions actually mean for your garage. We're talking about transforming eligible, relatively standard cars into absolute high-performance monsters. We're not just talking about slapping on a new metallic paint job or, grabbing some fresh rims here. Benny's and HSW upgrades fundamentally change the performance, the handling, and honestly, the entire physical architecture of your rides. It's like taking a standard street car, injecting it with pure adrenaline, ripping out the engine, throwing on some massive, ridiculous spoilers, and adding enough hydraulic bounce to literally launch you over a concrete barrier. And hey, sure, it'll probably still get immediately blown up by a 12-year-old on an Oppressor MK2 the absolute second you drive it out of the garage, but hey, at least you'll be getting blown up in a car that you got for half the normal price, right?
All right, let's dive into Section 3, Earning to Burn, Boosted Payouts and New Rides. You know, Rockstar has actually balanced this update surprisingly well. Not only are they giving us these massive discounts on the back end, but they've actually provided the tools to make the cash on the front end too. First off, they just introduced the brand new Dominator FX Interceptor. It's this heavy-duty police supercar, so you can finally chase down criminals in style. But honestly, more importantly for your wallet, they have boosted payouts across several highly lucrative activities right now. For instance, contact missions, like the Martin Madrazo dispatch jobs, are currently paying out double rewards. And if you're into racing, several of the specialized stunt races are actually offering triple cash in RP. So what does this all mean? It means the in-game economy is totally primed for you to make money significantly faster than usual. You can basically grind out these specific boosted missions, quickly build up your cash reserves over the weekend, and then immediately cycle that money right back into your high-performance monsters at Benny's or HSW.
And that brings us to Section 4, the buy or skip verdict. Let's talk smart investments.
Okay, let's lay out the precise rule book for the week so you don't waste a single dollar. First rule, you absolutely must prioritize taking any eligible base vehicles you already own straight over to Benny's Original Motorworks right now. Secondly, you need to upgrade your HSW-compatible cars. Though, quick aside, keep in mind that HSW is completely exclusive to the expanded and enhanced edition of the game on current-gen consoles, so just a heads up there. But the overarching rule here, invest heavily in these performance upgrades while they're half price. Whatever you do, do not fall into the trap of paying full price for these upgrades after the event ends next week. Honestly, that's just throwing your money away. Also, I'd highly suggest skipping out on buying brand new base vehicles just because they're newly added to the game, unless of course they specifically fit your personal gameplay style. See, buying a brand new car at full price right now, it severely eats into the liquid capital you need to actually take advantage of those 50% conversion discounts. So, be incredibly surgical with your spending this week and focus strictly on the conversions.
So, there you have it. You've got the blueprint, you know the exact deadline is July 29th, and you know exactly where to take your cars to claim that massive 50% advantage. Really, the only thing left to do is boot up the game, log into a session, execute your financial plan, and build the custom garage of your dreams.